Hey, what's good? So, I'm back again as promised. I know my last video was I just woke up, but now I'm feeling kind of cool and stuff. But now we in Baldur's Gate 3. And Baldur's Gate happened to be the inspiration or in the universe of Dungeons and Dragons, which I known as a board game. You know what I'm saying? Whole nine yards, but I did not know it was a culture and a franchise behind it. What I mean by that is that you got books that is based upon this universe, gang of books. I remember going to Barnes and Noble and went into the game gallery section. I don't know what you call it. I forgot what it's called. Had a bunch of books that I was talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Now, how I came into Baldur's Gate was kind of strange because I kind of came to Xbox late, not early, but late in December. In December, around the Game Awards, the one game of the year. The whole thing about it is, I don't know what made me buy this game, but I'm glad I did. Cause now, if you don't see right now, that's Anana laying on, and this is her true form. In Diablo or Street Fighter or any form they take, that's not their true form. When it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, it actually exists within the astral planes. It's actually a real place. It's a spirit realm. This is nothing but a spirit realm. This is exactly how it looks in the virtual form. You know what I'm saying? This is my wife, Anana, and this is her true form. She's a Draco Tiefling. She happens to be the queen of the Tieflings. Am I the king of the Tieflings? Well, not at this moment. I haven't changed my spirit into a Tiefling yet, or have that ability yet. The Tiefling is simply an incubus and succubus, and this is what she is. And she go by that name too.
Still alive, so that's progress.
So Anana, this is her true form right here, y'all, and you know, this is her full form. My bad for her in the underwear, but hopefully YouTube don't give me a strike for this, cause you know you can't make them, you know, if you know what I mean. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep it hope. You know, I did it with my Street Fighter characters that were in their underwear, so hopefully it's gonna be cool. But so this is Anana. As you can see, she looks kind of older. The thing is, she's way older than all of us, even our ancestors. She used to live in heaven. She's actually a fallen angel and stuff. She happened to be a Draco Tiefling. My son and my daughter are Draco Tiefling. The things that start with an A, at the end of the day, in the spirit realm, they go by Draco Tieflings. Draco means draconian, you know what I'm saying? Whole nine yards. So this is my wife, Anana, right? This is her true form. In the Diablo 4, that's not their true form. That's only for us in the Diablo universe. Same thing with Final Fantasy Online. Same thing with Street Fighter 6. And same thing with Tekken 8. Yes, I made my wife and my two kids avatars in Tekken 8. I don't know about the other games. Just them games alone, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look how gorgeous my wife looks. But you know, Anana is a fallen angel. You know, as you can tell, she's a queen of the Tieflings and stuff. But this is Baldur's Gate 3. You gotta go by the rules in the game. Let me give you a full look of her body. So I know you're wondering, man, you weird as heck liking things like this. I mean, I don't give a damn what you think. This world's already on some weird stuff anyway. But at the same time, if you look at the graphics of this, she look gorgeous. She look amazing. So what I'm trying to say is my wife is the queen of the Tieflings. You know what I'm saying? This is her true form, y'all. We're going to get to my son and my daughter next. Gotta be patient. You can skip through the video if you want to see my daughter and my son. But they're going to be, I don't know about my son, but for some reason, I'm going to have my wife and my daughter in their underwear. My son, he probably going to be fully clothed. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? This is my wife, Anana. This is her true form. She go by that name. Let me see. Yeah, she go by her true name. You know what I'm saying? But I gave my daughter and my son the name she gave them. Basically, they go by the Diablo names in this game. So yeah. So Anana is a Draco Tiefling. She's the queen of the Tieflings within the spirit realm, and the Tieflings are active in this world. They're actually incubus and succubus spirits. You know what I'm saying? Those are titles that describe them as male and female. But if you want to describe them as a whole, they are Tieflings. You know what I'm saying? So Anana is the queen of the Tieflings. I can't really zoom up close to her face, but you can screenshot because she do got piercings on her face and stuff. I mean, when it comes to Tieflings, they're all about piercings and tattoos. That's part of our culture. I'm a Tiefling myself, but I'm still a human being on this earth. So basically what I'm trying to say is that Anana, she's the queen of the Tieflings. You know, she's a fallen angel. So, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, tieflings are devils and humans. But at the same time, they want to go by tieflings. Why? Because they don't want to consider themselves devils or demons, even though they might got the gene in them. But they don't want to consider them as them, and they still got that. They got the human gene in them. And also, they're part of the elf family. Now, when it comes to there's many different types of elves. There's elves that represent every single element of this earth, from thunder to lightning to rocks to freaking water to everything in the forest. So tieflings are considered part of the elf folk family tree of races. You know what I'm saying? So, but Lilith is the one that gave birth to the tieflings. Because but at the same time, I will go to the lore of it. But you can really just Google and go to Wikipedia of how succubus, but really they create tieflings. She create tieflings out of the stuff that she collect from people's whatever. Right? It's going on YouTube. I can't really say what I gotta say, but. Hold on, y'all. But Nana's not really. She actually a fallen angel, but she want to take a form of a tiefling because she still care for humans and hope they find salvation and stuff. Not for me, but she don't want that for me. For anybody else is okay, but not for me. But hold on, y'all. So my wife is Nana right here. She's gorgeous. Yeah, she's in our rescue because she's a Draco tiefling and stuff like that. Hold on, y'all. You can see her running around. So yeah, she do look like an older woman, but at the same time, you gotta deal with it because at the same time, she fits to look this way. Very fit to look this way. Whole 9 yards. Now I'm finna get to my daughter next, so say something. Alright, y'all, so we took my daughter Lavora, but she go by the name that my wife gave her. Like I said, me and my wife we gave them 2 separate names. I mean, because they're within the spirit realm, I'm in the physical world. So the majority of the time they was raised by their mother, but now they're with me most of the time. Even though I can feel their energy and they're protecting my aura and everything else. Especially when I go outside, they give me confidence. But now out of my son and my daughter's the one that's very upset. She's very obsessed with me. I mean, a year out of a daughter that's so obsessed with their father, like they can't stop not giving them love and affection. That's how my daughter is. I mean, that's how my wife made her, but oh my bad. So she go by that name. I'm gonna have to pronounce that name. I don't know what that name called. So this is my daughter Lavora. Even though her name starts with a K, but she always gonna go by Lavora when it comes to me and her. You know what I'm saying? Hold 9 yards. So she's the princess of the tieflings, you know what I'm saying? Let me just give you the full look. I'm sorry, YouTube, but I have to show the full body look of my daughter to give her an introduction. Now, my daughter is very obsessed with me. She's very, very obsessed with me. I'm just being honest. She's a daddy's girl, you know what I'm saying? She's very powerful. And you can screenshot, if you zoom out, you already know she got the blood tears. It's not really tears makeup. But when it comes to my daughter, though, she's very, very, she's a gorgeous woman, you know what I'm saying? But she's very overprotective of me, you know what I'm saying? She always buy my dresser and stuff like that. I'm just being honest, So when it comes to my daughter, though, she's very overprotective of my son. I can't really get to what my son does. He be somewhere in the other room. I can't really get into that, but when it comes to my daughter, though, she's always with me. When it comes to my son, he's just doing whatever in the house. Sometimes he made noise downstairs and stuff on our yards, but that's how my kids are, y'all. So, because when you're dealing with spirits and stuff, when you're dealing with the spirit realm and the astral planes, definitely dealing with all form of different elf folks. Cause they're part of the elf family. You say by the ears, but really they're part of the elf family. That includes the water elves, the fire elves. You know what I'm saying? I know you wonder, why are you talking about elves exist in the astral planes? Especially in Norse mythology. But when it comes to the Dungeons and Dragons universe, it gets deeper into their realm. So it ain't just Norse mythology or Celtic mythology. Dungeons and Dragons grab all of that, even including H.P. Lovecraft. That's his name, yeah. H.P. Lovecraft ideas. I mean, it's all in the Dungeons and Dragons, which is why I'm gonna buy more books of it. From Amazon, from Barnes and Noble, from anywhere they sell the Dungeons and Dragons books, including the Diablo books. I'm gonna have to be a bookhead to learn about Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. Forget my daughter trying to look cute right now. That's how my daughter is. I mean, She's getting bored. Let me just have her walk around a little bit. So what I mean by bookwork, I'm talking about Dungeons and Dragons and Diablo books. I got it in my wish list, but for some reason the Barnes and Noble I go to don't even sell Diablo books. Which means I'm going to have to order it from Amazon. So when it really come down to it though, y'all, this is my daughter. Forgive me, but she was acting all, so I don't know how you call it, bougie, I guess. But it's my daughter though, man. It's my daughter though. And that's what it really comes down to though. So yeah, this, not bad, y'all, man. This is like a PC almost with the controller. So my daughter right here is a gorgeous, gorgeous tiefling. She's the princess of the tieflings and stuff. Whole 9 yards. But she don't play about me. You know, she don't play about her father. She can really mess someone up when it comes to me being disrespected and stuff like that. My tiefling race and kind, they are humongous. Due to what people do to themselves when it comes, I can't really say what I gotta say, but okay. Next is my son. We're gonna end it like that. So I know I didn't get deep into the lore. The dude construction outside, so just ignore the people outside. But I'll be back. Peace. Okay, y'all. So now we playing my son, and I'm not gonna have my son in his damn underwear. So my bad for having my daughter. I mean, wife. Oh, my bad. As you can see, I haven't really started. Let me move his weapon out of the way. So this is my son Dakita. You must have saw his name when I just logged into his profile, but this is my son right here, Dakita. And him and my daughter and my wife, they are Draco tieflings. For right now, they go by whatever the tieflings they go by right here, but oh, they are. So when it comes to my son right here, he loves me to death and stuff, but at the same time, sometimes we gotta tough each other up. I mean, it's part of tiefling life. So, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to our daughters and our wives, we gotta be intimate and stuff. But when it comes to my son, sometimes we just tough each other up. We're just like Jin and Kazumi almost. The reason why I keep bringing up Jin and Kazumi, because that's really how me and my son relationship is. It's not that really serious, just that. Just like Jin and Kazumi. If you know what I'm trying to say, we do fight a lot, but it's a play fight. We just strengthen each other up. But that's part of our tiefling life. My son is the prince of the tieflings. You can see he's stressing out already, but my son is the prince of the tieflings and stuff. You know what I mean? So when it really comes down to it, majority of the time, I just toughen my son up. But my son got balance. My wife got down balance. My daughter. What I mean by balance, they're not full-fledged evil. They do got the human gene in them. When it comes to my wife, Elena, she's still a fallen angel, but she embraced the human way of life thinking. Like, she's not full-fledged evil, is what I'm trying to say. Tieflings are not full-fledged evil. They got a balance between light and dark. But due to their devil genes, they just tend to the dark side. They're not afraid to die. All this stuff. I already know just by looking at videos, but trust me, when I get the Dungeons and Dragon books, get deep into the lore of Dungeons and Dragons, because here's the thing, I believe that Dungeons and Dragons do exist within the spirit realm and in the astral planes. It's just that when it comes to people who teach astral projection and stuff like that, they only talk about the ascended master planes and fairies in general. They don't bring up the magical creatures that already was created from Lovecraft, from the elf tieflings, from the dwarves, from the hobbits. All these creatures are within the different dimensions or with different spirit realm, if you get what I'm saying. So when it comes to the tieflings, the reason why I'm connected to the tieflings is because of their devil gene, because they're connected to the dark side, not the dark side, but Satanism. Because when I first got into the New Age movement, I was really learning about Satanism and not really Buddhism or even Hinduism. I was strictly focused on the left hand path. Which is why my wife and my son and my daughter are basically Draco tieflings. They're not really, I can't pronounce that, but they don't go by what it says on the right, but they are Draco tieflings. Draco means draconian, But this is my son right here, and trust me, I just want him in his clothes. He's my son. I mean, I don't know if I understand about having my daughter, but we are tieflings, so on 9 yards. I haven't played through with my son yet, but I am starting today, but I usually don't record. I'm focusing on my wife and then the story in this game, When it comes to my son and my daughter, I gotta test the story out because there's so many clues in the story. Like there's so many videos on YouTube you gotta look up. Like majority of the things you gotta play it right. So, but this is my son Dakita right here. Why I keep pressing the wrong button?
Don't to rest.
So there you have it, man. So this is my Astral family true form. Listen, you can call this mental illness, you can call this whatever, but I'm just done with this physical world. I'm all about becoming of the spirit realm, which is why I'm finna take psychic classes and get full connected with my tiefling racing kind, learn about the fairy racing kind, learn about the elves, learn about the spirits within the Dungeons and Dragons universe. So basically, I'm gonna get into the bookwork of Dungeons and Dragons and the Diablo books as well, and really get into the lore of these franchises and stuff. I mean, I love Star Wars and Matrix and all those things, but those for things for people who are into those things. That's why I got, Other than that, though, man, I hope you enjoy this video, y'all. I hope you enjoy me showing you my true family. This is their true form, This is my son's true form, my wife, Anana's true form, and my daughter's Lavora's true form. So I hope you get an understanding. But for now on, I'm finna start saving my money up to buy Dungeons and Dragons books and Diablo books and really get into the lore of it and read them and really study them and really just get into the atmosphere of becoming of these dimensions and these worlds. So these are only 2 videos I'm gonna come out with, introduction. These are the important videos to show of what I'm trying to become when you try to become of the spirit realm. Like when it comes to E.A. Coeden's book, Become a Living God, Real Magic, Real Results, he had a sentence path in there, a page in there where he said he renounced everything of the physical world. He went full-fledged spiritual, started sleeping in graveyards and all this other stuff. So I'm not going to take that route due to the digital being access to me, having access to the digital, which is why you see the construction workers outside, they work on the fiber, and they coming from Silicon Valley and stuff. So, basically the houses in my neighborhood are going to become smart houses. I mean, we're getting, 2025 is next year, so we're getting close to the 4th Industrial Revolution, so, But for me, man, I'm really focused on the spiritual. I don't know about putting chips. I mean, I put a chip in my hand, but I don't know about my brain. I don't want it to interfere with my pineal gland. I'm just being honest. I take a chip in my hand, but no chip in my brain. That's all I gotta say, so peace.